today. If you saw the title, this is a revision or an update from where I did a review, or really not a review. This is not a review channel. Occasionally I might do a review or tell you about a service, but it was my experience with Capcut. As you know, I'm a creator. You can see my channel, and you're always looking at different gear, software, whatever. And I tried them about a month ago, and it was not a total positive experience. Now, I would update the video if they got back with it. I didn't really hear from them, but I noticed this morning a credit on my credit card for the yearly subscription. And Capcut, if you're watching, I don't know if you saw that video and you heard what I said and you were concerned, she would forward my chat session and my request for a refund because I didn't use it for more than one day and it wasn't for me, to the corporate office. She said it would take a week or so to get back. Well, it took 3 weeks, but at least I got the money back. I basically wrote that money off, but it's good I got it back because I really didn't do anything but test it for one day, and it just wasn't working for me. So they did get back with me, and so I'm making this revision because I'm the kind of guy, I try to do what I say, and I try to be transparent and professional. So with that said, I'm gonna tell you that there is some good features there. And from what I saw from testing it, as I feel like a professional creator, it is for some people. Now, the reasons why I'm not gonna go back to it right now, and maybe they can't do nothing about this because the way their platform is set up, is it's an online editor. And if you are a serious long-form creator, the editor and the effects there is fine. They also have some new AI features that everybody's been raving about. But listen to what I'm going to tell you. All the big editors are starting to get those features. All of them. Adobe, Final Cut, KineMaster, all of them. I don't know about others, but those are the ones I have experience with. They all, and matter of fact, DaVinci and Adobe and After Effects have infinite ability to do whatever you want. I mean, those softwares are made to make animation and movies, but there's a big learning curve. That's the downside. So my opinion is, from using it and looking at their software, is first of all, it's mainly for someone making short content. If you're making long form and you're uploading a lot of H2 video like I was waiting, like looking at my watch, and I didn't notice it right away because the first time I played with it was the free version. And then when I paid, I thought, hey, wow, I'll start doing stuff. It seems like it's pretty intuitive. They got a lot of features. Wow. And so I was going to I'm still like using the software I've been using, but a lot of people had raved about it. And a lot of people on TikTok and YouTube use it. So I thought, okay, and a lot of people were saying, hey, if you get the pro version, you're gonna get more effects, more music, all the stuff, you're gonna get more features. And that's the kind of creator I am. And so you have to decide two things, in my opinion. What kind of creator you are. If you need the pro version, you might be able to get by with a free version. And second, if you're making long form and you're having to upload, especially if your Wi-Fi connection is being throttled, or you're not in a good area, you might want to reconsider it, because it is a cloud-based editor as far as I know. The prices there are okay, but in my opinion, after they gave me the credit, and I suggested this in the chat box, and the lady just seemed like she couldn't do much for me, which is too bad, but she said she forwarded my messages because she understood where I was coming from. Along with that, they have to be aware they're selling software to influencers that can tell their story if it's negative. So they have to, too bad for them, but they have to be very proactive. And in my opinion, any company should have policy in place to have where you have, you don't want returns. I worked in e-commerce supply chain for many years. We didn't want something coming back. We didn't want a problem with an account, but you had to set up policy if the person you were dealing with was professional like I was and you had legitimate requests, what are you going to do in that situation? Especially if that person only used your product for one day and they didn't cause you any big problems. So that's the thing. If you use that product for a while, yeah, sure, they're not going to want to give you a refund, but I was only using it for, several hours to a day. And I had legitimate reasons, and there was a couple different reasons I couldn't use it, and I explained to her. One was because it's online, and I didn't, once I started trying to upload a lot of my long form HD videos, it just wasn't working with me with my workflow. And not only that, it seemed like it's designed for people to make shorts and Instagram reels and stuff like that. It's just not for me. Now, should you use it? That's your choice. This is my opinion. It depends on you, what your needs are. Second, they need to work out some customer service and satisfaction issues at that company. Maybe they're talking about it right now after they've seen some of these videos for people that have, put their story on social media, or maybe they just feel like they need to do that. It's a bigger company. They should have an option, like for instance, if you pay a year and you tried it, you're giving them a chance, and then you change your mind after a few days, they should be able to prorate it or refund you. It's just ridiculous, especially if it's under like $100, okay? Secondly, they should also understand about being a cloud store. They're going to have people that have problems. They're not the only ones. The Clipchamp is got that. There's a lot of other ones. I'm not picking on them. And if you don't not only have a powerful machine, but really good internet connection and bandwidth, you're going to have a problem especially if you're doing long form. So that's the main reason. It's cloud storage. Second reason is there's not options to really cancel, and if they are, they're only doing it, like in my situation, I noticed a credit after a long chat session that day. And why can't I get a refund, or at least prorate down to a month and then cancel after that month? And I think that's maybe what they should do, is they should give their CSR the option, if you rebuttal it and you're just absolutely not satisfied, hey, I can charge you for the time you used it, but I'll credit your credit card, and it should be a flat rate per month. And that's what they need to do if they don't have a trial version. Now, I have, used other software, Microsoft and, KindMaster, and whenever I had a question about billing, they would, Canva, like I had a problem. One time I emailed them. They said, hey, we'll either change you to monthly or we'll refund you. And they would give you a certain amount of time to get that refund. And I didn't see that on Capcut. And it's not just about the editor. Oh, well, I don't have a problem with their editor. I could see these people in the comments saying, and I've been using it a while, and you're just, no, it's not about necessarily the editor. Remember, at the end of the day, it's also about customer service and their corporate environment. So, I don't really know. I don't work there. I'm just doing this video, but there are other options. You have to decide basically, what kind of creator you are. Especially if you're a long form creator, like me, I decided I needed the software mainly on my hard drive. You're going to have little packets that you have to go on the website or the cloud periodically download, like, effects packages and sound and software. That's common, with any editor, but I'm talking about the bulk of the editor timeline and where you keep your videos should be on your hard drive if you're doing more than shorts, or you're a serious creator and you ain't got a lot of time, and that was my biggest hang up. This is not an affiliate video. It's not a sponsor. I'm not getting sponsored by my video editor, KineMaster. I'm not getting sponsored by Capcut, Adobe, anybody like that. You have to decide what's best for you. I particularly had originally a bad experience. There's still some reasons why I wouldn't use it right now. Maybe I will try it later. But for me, what I'm doing now is fine. And if you get into other software, and there is better, more powerful software like Adobe and Final Cut Pro, you're gonna probably have to upgrade your laptop or PC, and then that's where really you're gonna spend the money. So if you look at the prices of an Apple MacBook Pro, I mean, it's crazy money for a machine that is fairly powerful, and you have to decide what type of videos and audio you're editing, and that's what you go for along with gaming or whatever. So with me, I'm kind of right there on that edge where some of my videos are basic, but some of them have more effects, and I'm starting to have more layers. So I have to think about that, especially when you have long form, longer HD videos and you have cloud storage or you have a cloud-based editor. You're going to have maybe a problem. Maybe you won't. It depends on your situation. So with that said, you guys decide. I'm just telling my story, and of course it's my experience, but I am super happy that they refunded me. Maybe they saw the video, maybe they finally got back to me after 3 weeks it took. But anyway, it does have some good features. Appreciate you watching the video. Please keep it professional in the comment section. You can talk about your experiences and what you think. Everybody has different reasons why they use different software. Always remember, there's pros and cons to anything you do or any company or place you go. So we'll see you on the next one, and you guys take care.